For interactive reading questions, you need to be sure that you evaluate all the options and that you pick the best one. So let's say we get this question on the test and we get to number 5. Biophysicists study the physical properties of organisms and the effects of physical processes on blank things. And our first option here is natural, which is a strong answer. So we could be tempted to select natural and move on to the remaining questions. However, we don't just want to pick the first option that seems correct. We want to pick the best answer. So we have to look at all of the options to know if natural is the best answer. So let's keep going here. Is being possibly correct? Well, of physical processes on being things. No, being things is not a phrase. So that's not a better answer. And the effects of physical processes on life things. That kind of makes sense. However, life is a noun, and here we need an adjective. So life is not a strong answer. What about living things? Well, this is a strong option. And I know this because living things is a phrase. It's a phrase, in fact, that appears in the passage already in the very first sentence. And that's a very strong clue that this is a strong answer. Now, which is better, natural things or living things? Well, living things is better because it refers to things that are alive, like plants and animals. Natural things refers to everything in nature. So yes, plants and animals, but also things like rocks or water. But here we're talking about biophysics, living. So living things is the more appropriate phrase. So although natural is a good answer, it's not the best answer. Living is better. But let's evaluate all of the options. Maybe the last one is even better than living. The effects of physical processes on ordinary things. So ordinary is an adjective. It makes grammatical sense, but it is not better than living. So we can conclude that living is the best answer. So remember, for interactive reading, you need to read all of the options so that you can pick the best one, not just the first one that seems correct.